Hey guys, hi, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be trying out some new NY Bay makeup launches. Actually, you guys asked me to try them out. Again, this is not a sponsored video. So I purchased everything from purple.com. I got this during the Republic Day sale and NY Bay was having like buy one get one. So I got all of this makeup, within 2000 rupees, which is so affordable. I think I have around 15 to 20 products in here. And I'm just going to tell you guys what all I have. Again, I have the new NY Bay, setting sprays. I have both matte and dewy version. I also got their lip glosses. I have two of them. And I also, have this foundation. I tried it out already. I also have their blush highlighters and all of that. I have this eyeshadow palette. I have their primers and some other lip products and also concealer. So I have almost everything to do a full face of makeup. Again, if you like my content and my videos, then definitely go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit on the notification bell. It'll be of great help. So now let's get started. Okay guys, so the first product I used called as the NY Bay Pro Primer Orange Color Correcting Face Primer. So this comes in a tube packaging. If you have like really dark pigmentation, I don't think this will work. It doesn't perform like a color correcting concealer, but it just gives like a very nice even finish, and especially for brown skin tone, I think this is a must-have product. We all have some kind of a discoloration and like pigmentation issues. I mean, this definitely works. You guys can see from my before and after, like my face looks much more clear. At the same time, it also like smoothened my face out, and it also blurred some of my pores, not completely, but I think overall it's a really good primer and I highly recommend. I was totally impressed with this those days when I don't want to wear makeup, but I just want to make my skin look a little more smooth and just have that even tone. I think this will definitely work. I really like it. The next product I use is this NY Bay Blurring Primer. It says minimizes pores, blends like a dream, hydrating in nature. So I definitely got it for the blurring aspect. So this primer is sort of like a like a silicone gel based consistency. Again, I was really amazed with the finish of this primer. It just like blurred out my my pores and also gave my face that like really smooth effect. And also guys, this product it will help your foundation to glide on really easily on your skin and make your foundation look more like airbrush flawless sort of a finish. I was not expecting much from this one, but again, I really like this one. Now next, moving on to foundation, I use this NY Bay Liquid Foundation Dewy Drops, and I got the shade number 2 Latte. I already have given like a mini review of this one previously in previous video. Even though it looks really tiny, you get 30 ml of product, which is like a standard quantity. One thing that I really hated about this foundation is the packaging. The foundation is really thick, and this kind of a packaging doesn't work out. It just makes it very hard to to get it out from the bottle. I did not like the packaging. I hope this came with a pump. I think pump would have been perfect, or even like a like a tube packaging would have been perfect, but yeah, this doesn't make sense. The packaging is not that great. And as you all can see, the shade match is pretty okay. It's just like a shade tone, lighter than my skin. I did make sure to buy my exact shade, but again, when it comes to affordable foundation, on the website, you can't make out which is which. It becomes very hard for you to choose like online. I was very confused between, which one would suit me. So finally, I went with this. And moving on to the texture of this foundation, you guys, it's a very thick, creamy sort of a texture. As you all can see, this foundation is blending out really well. Again, this is like a medium to full coverage. You can definitely build it up to full coverage, and that's what I did. I used first time, and this is how the finish looked like. And the second time, I just went with some more product, and I used, and it did cover up all of my marks. They claim that it's a dewy foundation, but on my skin, as you all can see, it looks more like a satin matte sort of a formula. Definitely not too matte, but it's not dewy at all. It still leans on the matte side, but I can say that it's a satin finish foundation. If you use good like hydrating products underneath, then this can perform like a satin finish. Overall, I really like the formula of this one too. Okay, so the next product I use is this NY Bay Conceal and Contour Liquid Concealer. I got the shade number 02 Vanilla. So on website, it was very hard for me to choose like my shade match. So you have to be really careful in selecting the product. Again, it's just like 2 shades lighter than my skin tone, and this is the perfect in like concealer shade match for me, because I love to use at least 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin to just highlight my under eyes. And coming to the formula, again, this is not too liquidy of a product. It definitely has a little bit of a creaminess, and it blended out so seamlessly into my skin. I did not have any issues in blending. Again, this is a medium to full coverage concealer. As you all can see, it did the perfect job in highlighting my face, covering all of my dark circles, and like, yeah, it just did everything that a concealer should do, and I really like it. And then I just used my Maybelline Fit Me loose powder to set my under eyes in place. And moving on to the next product I use is this NYB matte finish setting spray. Now I have got two variants, so I want to test out both of them today. So that's why first I used the matte one, because I just wanted to see how it performed. Now nozzle is really nice. It evenly spreads the product, and if you have oily skin and if you're looking for an affordable matte setting spray, then you can definitely go for this, because it's really nice. It just locked my makeup in place and also made my makeup a little matte. It's like it did what it says, and it's a good one. This definitely has some fragrance in it, but it's not at all strong. It's very mild and it's very pleasant, so I don't mind it at all. Moving on to the next product I use is this NYB I Love eyeshadow palette. I got the one in the variant Smoky Show. Usually I always go with coral shades or some warm tones, but this time I just felt like I have to go with a cool tone eyeshadow palette, and I think they have around 5 different palettes, and I'm just going to tell you guys what all I did. Okay, first I used this shade thinking it's going to be a little lighter in my transition, but this turned out to be a little more darker. Next I used this grey shade in my crease to deepen my crease, and then I used this darker grey on my eyelids, and as you all can see, it was a little more patchy, and some of the shades did not perform that great. It did definitely take a lot of time in blending. Next I took this black shade and I applied it on my eyelids. As you all can see, the pigmentation is good, but it's a little bit powdery and look a little patchy on my eyes. And then I went with the shimmery color. It looks really pretty over here. I thought it's going to be like a shimmery khaki green, but this one has black base, so it looks more black on your eyes, not as shimmery as I expected it to be. I also did use my setting spray, but still it did not work. I cannot see that much of a shimmer on my eyelids. And then I used this lighter gray in my crease to blend it out. And moving on to this shade, this particular it looks like a grayish silver shimmer. It's very, very hard and it doesn't have any pigment, as you all can see. It just has like a very light the sheen, and it doesn't come out on your brush, so you can't even apply. Overall, I would say this is a very okay product. Again, this cost rupees 299, and I think for this price point you will get much better ones from Mars Cosmetics or Swiss Beauty. I was not at all impressed with this palette, and I think you can absolutely skip this one. Next I also got this one. It's called as a NYB Prom Ready eyeshadow pencil, and I got the shade Corset number 5. When I was ordering, I thought it's going to be like a shimmery black pencil, but this is just like a black pencil. The pigmentation is really nice and it has a very creamy finish. I applied it like a liner and I just smoked my eyes out, and as you all can see, it blended out really well. It's very, very creamy, very pigmented. And again, when you're applying underneath your eyes, you have to be a little careful, because if you don't blend it out and if you don't set it with your eyeshadow, so it might smudge because of how creamy this product is. I paid 99 rupees for this, and for this price point, I think it's totally worth it, and I think it performed really great. So actually on this side of my eyes, I use it as a base and it worked absolutely amazing as a base. Again, overall, I really love this and I think you can totally give this one a try. So I did finish off, my other eye behind the camera. I also used some Swiss Beauty lashes. Next, moving on to blush. I have two blushes today. So it's called as the NYB Sunset Skyline Blush. Only one thing about this blush is that they have not given the shade name on the back of this thing. It's written on the packaging, on the outer packaging, but on this packaging it's not written, so it'll be a little confusing, I guess. So the first shade I have is called as Mauve Aurora. It's in shade number 4, and then this shade I have is in number 6, Coral Sunset. Again, that's how both the shades look like. Both are matte blushes. They blend out really well. So first I use this mauve shade on my face, and as you all can see, the pigmentation is good. It blended out really well. It kind of disappeared from my face very quickly. I think within 15-20 minutes, it sort of disappeared from my face. And overall, this is how it looks. I think with these blushes, you have to keep applying this, reapplying this again and again. But other than that, again, I really like this. So the next one I use is this NYB Shine and Shimmer highlighter, and I got the shade number 4. You know what? One big bummer is that they have not given the shade name on the back of the packaging. Anyways, you guys, this highlighter again performs so good. Let me just swatch this on back of my hand. Look at that. I'm just going to take a little, and wow, that shade is so freaking pretty, and it's very creamy, and it doesn't have any chunky glitters or anything, and it just looks so good. Again, if you come under tan and dusky skin tones, I think this particular shade will match you perfectly. And look at the way it's applying. Even though it's a powder highlighter, it has a creamy finish, so it doesn't look powdery or it doesn't look chalky, or it doesn't emphasize your texture even. So I was again mind blown by the quality of this one. It is amazing. I think they have a total of 4 shades if I'm not wrong, and I'll definitely be trying out other shades, but overall I absolutely love this and I highly recommend you guys to check out. The next product I have is this NY Bae Pro Strobe Cream, and it's in the shade Rose Diamond. I forgot to use this today. So anyways, it says that it's lightweight, high shine, easily blendable, manufacturing, moisturizing effect, paraben free and cruelty free. They have 3 different shade tones, in this. Just blend it out, you guys. Look at that. Again, it has a creamy finish, and look at the way it's blending into my skin. Wow, that is so good. Once it's dried down, you can see some shimmer particles. I think it totally works underneath your makeup because of how creamy and how blendable this one is. So I can't wait to try it out in my other video. Okay, so moving on to lips, I have total of 3 lipsticks today. First one I want to talk about is this NY Bae liquid lipstick. On the website they said that it's a moisturizing liquid lipstick, so that's why I got it, and it's in the shade XXX Like Men, number 43. So it says super pigmented, transfer proof, dries off quickly, lightweight formula, long lasting and non-flaky. So I have used NY Bae's liquid lipsticks in the past. They're like extremely drying on the lips. I'm not sure how different it is from my other NY Bae lipstick, because again this also felt very, very drying on my lips. And even the shade, you guys, from the packaging you can see that it looks more orange. I was ordering it on the website also. It seems like a burnt orange shade, but it has a hint of the rosy coral. I mean, it is a pretty color, but not something that I wanted. I thought it's going to be a different shade, and this turned out to be totally different. And yeah, guys, again, I felt like, it was not like a unique formula or anything, so you can totally skip on it because it is quite drying on my lips. Again, I have these 2 new, lip glosses from NY Bae. It's called as NY Bae Gloss Glitter Lip Gloss. Got shade number 1, Berry Rare. Now, this is, that berry pink sort of a shade. Again, looks absolutely stunning on dusky, deeper complexions. And I have this shade which I'm wearing right now. It's in the shade number 7, Caramel Cashew. And I think I like this one better compared to the previous one. It matches my skin tone perfectly. It's not too nude, it's not like too dark on me. I prefer nude lip glosses, and this is perfect, you guys. Now when I applied, this was like even more glossier, but I think the shine is kind of like reduced after some time. Now coming to the formula of these lip glosses, this is not that high shine gloss. It sort of feels like a demi matte lipstick. These are like pigmented glosses, so it definitely covers up all of my darkness on my lips. So again, I really like it, and I think you can totally give this one a try. So the last product I used today is this NY Bae Dewy Finish Setting Spray. Again, the spray is also really nice. See? It has that even finish, it doesn't like squirt or anything. But moving on to the smell, it has this really strong that alcohol detergent sort of a scent, and which I did not like. I mean, the matte setting spray, did not have any issues. The scent is fine, but with this, the scent is extremely strong. Other than that strong fragrance, it has given a really beautiful finish, and it looks very dewy. So all in all, again, I really like this. I also purchased these 2 products from NY Bae. So the first one is called as the NY Bae High Island Eye Pencil, and it's in the shade High on Brown number 5. So I wanted like a brown like eyeliner, like a kajal liner from a very long time. Let me just swatch it right over here. So this is how the shade looks like. So I did use this yesterday, and it performed really good. Now it is not like too dark of a brown, and even on the eyes, it's not as creamy. It doesn't look as dark, but for the price, I would say it's a really good product. And the last product I have is it's called as the NY Bae Truly Matte Liquid Eyeliner. Again, they had around 4 different shade tones, and I got the shade number 3, Boss Brown. I was searching for a good brown eyeliner, and this just caught my attention. This is how the packaging looks like. Again, it's very sleek. Like, let me just swatch it right over here. Look at that. Look at that shade. Wow, this is just a very pigmented liquid eyeliner, and again I was just swatching this yesterday, and I just had to literally scrub it off from my hand. It did not move or budge or anything. This is like very long lasting liquid liner. I'm not sure if it is going to like break on my eyes. That is the only thing I'm like concerned about, but other than that, pigmentation is good, the longevity is good, everything is amazing. So with that, we complete today's video, and I hope you all enjoyed. So if you did, then definitely go ahead and subscribe to my channel, hit on the notification bell, and I'll catch you all next time with another interesting one. Until then, stay safe, you guys. Bye.